all of America, all of the world, we got the verdict probably about 20, 25 minutes ago. I know this is somewhat unfair, but just your high level thoughts and initial reactions to the verdict that we got from Minneapolis.
I think in a sense, relief that justice was served. I think back to last May 25th and the aftermath. I remember seeing the video for the first time. I think it was 24 or 36 hours after George Floyd was murdered, and how searing and jarring it was for me at a distance. And I think that same sense of trauma came across the witnesses who testified, who were at that scene that day, and how helpless that felt. I'm hoping that for George Floyd's family, for his friends, for those people who are out there at the scene, that they have a sense of relief that justice has been served. And it doesn't bring George back, but hopefully it'll send a clear signal that justice can come when it comes to fatalities of members of the public and Black and brown people at the hands of the police.
You and I talked a little bit, and I think a lot of people had the attitude of this is in their minds open and shut, but you and a lot of other people were saying, not so fast. We've been heartbroken before.
I graduated from law school the year of the Rodney King trial. And I remember how I felt when we all saw that video of Rodney King being beaten on the Foothill Freeway of Los Angeles, and how then we thought was an open and shut case. I mean, every single Black person in this country has a story to tell about how they were treated differently, how they were treated unfairly, and how that has stuck with them. So this is one small moment. It's good to see that George Floyd and his family got some justice, but the fight goes on.
I'm trying to wrap my brain around a world where the criminal justice system, at least in this area, operates that if you got it on tape, if you got it on video, you got a shot. If you didn't, then you don't. But that could be the reality in 2021 moving forward. How do we live in that world?
One step at a time. When Mike Brown was killed in Ferguson, Missouri, police officers were generally not wearing body-worn cameras. Now, officers having body-worn cameras is an expectation, and there's an expectation that they will be on. That's one step. And policing has to take itself seriously. They have to understand the impact that they have on people's lives. It doesn't matter if it's a simple traffic stop from their perspective or stopping a shoplifter. For that person, for that civilian, for that 78-year-old woman of dementia, or for that second lieutenant in the Army, that moment matters. Maybe for the officer, just yet another stop, not for that person. And their supervisors, their chiefs, they need to take responsibility. Mayors and city councils need to be responsible and say, what is my department doing? What are their policies? What is their training? How much are we paying out in lawsuits? What are we putting into collective bargaining agreements? How accountable are the officers on our force? And in my view, until police officers rank and file say the old way how we've been doing it, relying on traffic stops and stop and search and compliance culture, until we're willing to change that and really think through about humanizing the people who we police, we'll keep on repeating the same cycle again. I'm putting a great burden on policing now. It is on them to step up. Activists have done their job. Advocates are doing their job. They in policing have to do more.